Hi, we are Team GradMind, your graduate mental health ally. One click, one community. Participating in Rotman School of Management's MBA Incoming Students Case Competition. My name is Pratish, and presenting with me are Soham, Akash, and Saleh. Struggle is real. The following pictures show that U of T students are definitely voicing out their problems with the mental health solutions that U of T currently provides, with the key issues being academic pressure, financial strain, social isolation, and career uncertainty, leading up to mental health diagnosis amongst post-secondary students to raise up to 40%. It's 6 to 7 times higher than the depression and anxiety rates amongst grad students as well. And this is a serious issue. What has U of T been doing about it so far, and why it doesn't work? U of T provides a plethora of mental health support solutions, such as the Student Support Helplines, Good to Talk University Crisis Center, U of T Navi Mental Health Resource Finder, which is a chatbot that allows you to find relevant resources across the U of T campuses, and the TELUS Student Support application that gives you free workouts and other resources to help stabilize your mental health. These solutions seem a little bit siloed or just very generic in terms of what they provide. Other issues of why it doesn't work include the cost of these mental health services, extremely long wait times for appointments, and insufficient support in general, leading to a lack of resources, school commitments, etc. So, what is our challenge? Our challenge is to create specialized mental health solutions for students by utilizing the existing tools and infrastructure, using scalable support at less than $60,000 per year, and also making sure that this support is inclusive, effortless, and enduring. I'll now pass it on to Akash, who will explain what GradMind is and how it tries to pass these challenges that we have.
Big thanks to Pradesh for showing us why a fresh mental health solution is non-negotiable. When we begin ideating, most options looks like yet another app. Extra click, extra password and the same old low engagement. We knew that wouldn't work move the needle. So we asked, where do grad students already live online? The answer is obvious, Corcus. That's where exactly we planted the GradMind. GradMind isn't a new platform. It's a native layer inside Corcus that turned the exact screen that sparks stress into a screen that sparks support. No extra logins, no learning curve, 100% reach. So when do stress level peak? Right where deadline, grade, supervisor measure collide on the very screen students are already started staring at. The 50-minute spark of anxiety could be the most critical window, more important than any therapy section they might seek later. That's our moment of opportunity. That's where support should live. So imagine one click inside Caucus, open a 24 by 7 chat. In under a minute, the student connect to our newly introduced support role called Grad Listener, one of the 60 upper year volunteers specifically trained to listen. Right there in Caucus, we are also introducing our mandatory mental health 101 module, a short, thoughtful onboarding course that every incoming and current student will complete, just like the academic integrity module. It's not just about awareness, it's about building a culture where helps feel normal and the human. At the end of that module, we open a door. A simple become a grad listener sign up with a few follow up questions to match the volunteers to their area of comfort, such as academic stress, identity related concern, international experience, and more. That means support doesn't just scale, it reflects the diversity of our student body. After completing the mandatory mental health 101 module, the student fill a short survey that tag core stresses such as first year PhD, international parents, non-finance, and so on. Those tags let our AI match the students to a peer who walk the same path. Fast, familiar, deeply relatable. Support doesn't sit behind a forgotten app. It finds the student right where the steps start. But it's the shared experience that does the healing. So now I introduce Soham to explain how the grad mind works.
As we bounded by this project that we have to use the current infrastructure, so what we are looking at is a accessible and engaging platform. As Akash was mentioning, Kirkus is the place. So Kirkus is the place for EFT graduate students that is people are engaged and high activity is done through the Kirkus. So what we are introducing here are three things. One is the academic, it's a mental health module, similar like academic integrity module. So all the students will complete this module. It's a 30 minutes module and will have a familiarity with the support they have through this campus. And one more chat button on your left-hand sidebar, it will be AI-enabled chat box will be open when you click on it, and these will give you a multiple option on with this. So one, it will be combining the current TELUS Health app and the Navy app in there. So basically now you don't have to go to your different apps to book your clinical appointment. Through these chatbot, you can actually book your clinical appointment. Second thing, if you have a non-clinical emergency, if you want to chat with or know about any resources, you will be finding through this app. Third thing, as Akash was mentioning, that the grad listener poll, that will be also integrated here. So if you need any help that is already faced by our graduate students, as it is powered by AI, it will match your need and also match your request to the grad students that is already been faced with the similar kind of a situation. Now, how the finance and implementation will work, I'll pass it to Saleh.
So here's the financial roadmap for our GradMind model. As you know that this budget is bounded by a $60,000 containment. So here's the year one fiscal deep dive. We will be requiring a GradWell coordinator for 0.4 of the full-time equivalency. That amounts to the biggest portion of our budget, which is 28,860 CAD. We'll also require mental health first aid trainings for each of our grad listeners. That amounts to $13,500. We'll also require gift cards for volunteer retention incentive, as well as raffles for students who complete their surveys on time. And that amounts to a total of $8,000. We'll also require front-end development and Quarkus integration, which would be $2,240, and a turnkey booking solution to replace the existing Microsoft Azure booking framework, which we consider to be clunky. So the contingency on this budget is about 5%, that's $3,000. The total amounts to $57,600. We then ran an opportunity cost comparison of our GradMind model against hiring a full-time counselor. And the key takeaways are as follows. The GradMind peer model beats a new hire at 4 times the capacity and 1/5 of the cost. The peer infrastructure is extremely scalable, so increase in demand can always be met with increase in supply. Future projections will bring the costs per student down, given no CapEx, only OpEx budget year over year. Over to the implementation section. So strategies that build success stories. First thing is the KPIs for success. We can reduce the wait time to less than 15 minutes, increasing click-through by greater than 18% for everyone who visits the website. For peer session completion and module completion, we would like 1,200 grads minimum and 4,000 grads minimum, respectively. The awareness of help, we'd require that to be among 70% of the grad populace. Match accuracy to greater than 85% accuracy in all the match requests. The cost efficiency, we would like to maintain the support session to be under $22, and the re-enrollment rate for all of our volunteers to be greater than 75%. To be able to track these KPIs in the near term and in the annual, we would like to have a progress plan. So we'll have a KPI dashboard, some coordinator check-ins, data sprints, and survey and focus groups to make sure that we can calibrate and react to any spikes quickly, address any quality flags, adjust volunteer size, expand modules, fine-tune any other topics that we need to. And then at an annual level, we would have a return on investment review where we decide on scaling up, needs for training, and needs for upgrades. And that program will build success stories. So imagine Karen at 11:30 in the night, she's got half an hour left in her window to submit the assignment that's due at midnight. And her newborn has needs such that she would not be able to submit that assignment. And that's when a grad listener, an upper year PhD who's been through that exact same journey, has that exact same financial and family pressures that she's going through. And she can relate to that journey, answer her questions, give her some feedback, reduce the spikes, and normalize them at a level where she's out of any danger or stress. And that's where, at the price of a coffee, this GradMind model can make solutions happen for grad students. Thank you.